This is the show, Hollywood Squares Nighttime, Show 218, Air TBA VTR 3775. One of these stars is sitting in the secret square, and the contestant who picks it first could win a Mexican vacation for two. Which star is it? Dennis Weaver, Rosemary, John Davidson, Michael Landon, Roddy McDowell, Britt Eklund, George Gobel, Suzanne Plachette, or Paul Lynde, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here's the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Thank you, Kenneth Williams, and good evening. Welcome once again to the Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars.
Hi, Peter.
Hello, Patty. This is Patty Wright from Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. With cold hands and a warm heart. Now, your hands will warm up, Patty. It's going to be okay. Patty is a homemaker married to a grocer. They have a little girl, and good luck this evening.
Thank you.
All righty. Mr. X is from Toronto, Ontario, Bruce Dawes. Dawes, nice to see you. We had a Vice President Dawes. Any relation?
No relation.
Oh, all right. A transit bus driver, father of three, grandfather of one.
That's right.
You look great, you devil.
Thank you.
Bruce collects and restores antique sports cars. So do I.
Really?
Yes.
Good show.
We'll talk about that during the commercial. We have a commercial. We'll be back.
You can't be all bad.
Object for the players is to get 3 stars in a row, either across or down or diagonally. It is up to them to figure out if a star is going to be a correct answer and make you one up. That's how they get the squares. Each completed game is worth $250. In addition, we play 3 secret square games. Right, Mr. Williams?
Right, and Circle starts this first secret square. We'll jet you for a week for two at Posada Vallarta in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. Air-conditioned room with exclusive beaches, private villas with swimming pools, and continental dining with entertainment. Add to the fine service at Posada Vallarta. Plus, Hager double-knit slacks, contemporary styling with a comfortable fit, machine washable in a wide range of beautiful colors and patterns. Hager double-knit slacks. Also, Samsonite silhouette luggage, his in Bronco brown with new combination lock, hers in Columbine blue with lightweight magnesium frames and scuff-resistant finish from Samsonite. And put a tic-tac in your mouth and get a bang out of life. It's a clean, fresh explosion of mint. Plus, a $1,000 gift certificate from the famous Spiegel catalog with more than 500 pages. New twice a year with over 50,000 quality items, providing value, selection, and economy. Spiegel.
Let's show the home audience the secret squares, and then the stars are brief before the show to help them with the bluffs. Okay, who won the toss? I think you did, didn't you, Patty? All right, take your paper clip in hand and pick a star.
Roddy McDowell, please.
Roddy, in the famous film The Lion in Winter, Peter O'Toole played the role of English King Henry VIII. What king did he play in the movie Becket? I'm sorry.
Start again.
Let me try that again. Lion in Winter, he played the role of English King Henry II.
Yeah.
What king did he play in the movie Becket?
The same king.
The same king.
I disagree.
The same king, Henry II. You know your English?
Right.
Aw, very proud of you, Roddy. With the next, a break for you, Bruce.
Yes, I'll go with Dennis Weaver, please.
All righty. Incidentally, Dennis has a new album out. It's called People's Song. All righty. Good luck with it. What do you call the man on a hockey team who is almost totally covered with padding, face masks, and heavy gloves?
Well, I wish I was, it would be a wonderful opportunity for a joke, but I'm just, nothing. He's the guy, he's the guy that, he's called the goalie.
I'll agree with that.
From Canada, you better know that. Yes, all right, with another X. Patty, your
Lynn,
turn.
please.
Paul, according to the World Book, what's the main thing we get from Honduras?
You got it too.
Our main import from Honduras.
Honduras import. I will say sugar or pineapple. Something tropical. I'm not up on the Honduras. I'll go with sugar.
Sugar.
I'll disagree.
Banana.
Banana.
Banana. Yes, the Banana Republic with a circle. Okay, Bruce.
George Goebbels, please.
You look spiffy this evening, George.
Oh, thank you. Incidentally, before you start, I got a phone call from a friend of mine. You're going to be in Las Vegas in May.
Right.
At the Sands,
Right, George.
And he wants to know what date it is.
The 21st.
And what time do they open the store? Because he wants to get there early.
Good, all right. Thank you for the plug. According to the newspaper column, Household Hints, why should you put some potatoes in your shoes overnight?
Oh, well, it's pretty simple, really, if you get right down to it, because then, like if they're stolen, the police know to look for a guy who's got potatoes in his shoes. And you get them back. Why should you put potatoes in your shoes? Mm-hmm. Well, for openers to keep it kind of straight, and it would absorb any moisture that might be in there, and it's just good for them, make them fresh.
I'll agree with that.
We can't accept that?
No.
Not with the moisture?
Was
It
it close?
softens, believe it or not, potatoes in your shoes softens the leather.
You know
learned-
why? Because it takes the moisture out of the
well,
leather.
that's what I was
and it
saying, but
gets
they won't
soft.
buy that. No, they won't buy that. And you agreed. We put a circle there. Patty?
John Davidson, please.
All righty, for $250. According to legend, leprechauns, in addition to guarding crocks of gold, are experts at making something we use every day. What do they make, leprechauns?
Leprechauns are famous, Peter. I have Irish in my background for making butter.
Butter.
That's what they do up in the mountains.
Butter.
With
Patty?
I'll disagree.
No, things you put potatoes in. Shoes. Yes, and we have $250 for Patty Wright. Who is the Secret Square? Britt Eklund. All right, we'll have another Secret Square game coming up after this commercial. The player wins the most cash tonight wins the following.
It's the all-new subcompact Astra from Pontiac. Distinctive styling, responsive four-cylinder engine, high-energy electronic ignition, floor-shifted transmission, overhead cam engine for overall operating economy. Astra by Pontiac. And to keep your car running smooth, Castrol GTX, the motor oil of champions for all models and sizes of cars. Castrol lubricants for cars, motorcycles, and snowmobiles. Plus, Turtle Wax, one of the world's largest selling liquid car waxes. New improved hard shell formula, cleans, polishes, protects in one easy operation. Turtle Wax with a hard shell finish.
All right, another commercial word or two, then back to our game. Here we go, Secret Square game number 2, Ken.
And X starts the Secret Square for the Litton 416 microwave oven will simmer sauces, warm meals indefinitely, and thaw frozen foods, all with exclusive Litton Very Cook Control for slow cook flavor. Plus, Del Monte green beans. More people eat them than any other kind. When it comes to choosing green beans, Mother really does know best. Also, from Radio Shack, enjoy outstanding stereo sound on FM records and cassette tapes with this complete realistic wireless remote control music system from Radio Shack, a Tandy Corporation company. And add color, character, and charm to your home with fireproof, inexpensive Z-Brick, America's most popular brick wall covering. Plus, a package of lamps worth over $1,000 from Quinzel Lighting. A house full of lights, lamps for every room designed in the tradition of American craftsmen. Glass hand-blown and hand-decorated, all from Quinzel Lighting.
Let's show the home audience the Secret Square. And Bruce, you'll start it on, my friend. Good luck. Take a start.
Well, now that I have that potato out of my shoe, I think I'll go with Dennis Weaver.
All righty. Dennis, according to columnist Burt Bacharach, Raquel Welch and Sidney Poitier have both stopped doing something recently, which most Americans love to do.
Yes.
What?
Well, it's not the obvious thing. They haven't, you know, what they have stopped doing is what a lot of Americans have stopped doing in recent years, and what we're all going to have to come to if the population explosion keeps going, and that is they've quit eating meat. They've become vegetarians.
Bruce?
I'll agree with that.
And you're one of the proponents, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yes, they become vegetarians.
Michael Landon, please.
I'm sorry, dear.
Michael Landon.
Michael, true or false, a Boy Scout in New Jersey was recently beaten by an elderly lady who didn't want to be helped across the street.
Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. There's no elderly ladies that would do that. That's false.
I agree.
It's a typical Hollywood Squares trick one. Yes, it's false. Okay, you have a second, Bruce.
I'll have to go with Lonesome George down the corner there.
Hey, there we go. Secret Square. George, special envelope. This little devil's worth about $2,700. Alrighty. A famous American play and movie tells the sad and funny story of a lawyer from Omaha who meets and falls in love with a tough but tender girl in New York City. Is it Adam's Rib, Two for the Seesaw, or Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Read the first part again.
Sure. A funny and sad story of a lawyer from Omaha who meets and falls in love with a tough but tender girl in New York. Adam's Rib, 2 for the Seesaw, or Breakfast at Tiffany's?
2 for the Seesaw.
I'll agree with that.
That
Jerry.
is right. With an X. Good for you, Bruce. Okay, Bruce, you have the microwave oven, the stereo, $1,000 worth of lamps, $2,793.68, and the X there. And Patty, it's your turn.
Suzanne Plachette, please.
Susie, in 1872...
I wouldn't know that. I wasn't here.
Well, you may have read about it.
Oh.
Susan B. Anthony.
Yes.
Became famous when she was arrested for attempting to do something no woman had ever done before. What did she try to do in 1872? Susan B.
Tried to
Anthony.
vote.
Vote.
I agree.
You see, you did know. Okay, with a circle. Bruce, your turn.
Yes, Mr. Paul Lynde in the center.
Paul, what television show tells us the story of a black family who moves to Manhattan and takes up residence in a fancy high-rise apartment building?
Oh, it's Marvel. The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons.
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely correct. Yes, you have the block, and it is your turn, Patty.
Roddy McDowell, please.
Roddy, according to medical authorities, should you expect to itch more as you get older?
According to medical authorities?
Should you expect to itch more as you get older?
Oh, definitely.
I agree.
Absolutely. I guess it has something to do with the body oils and stuff like that. But if you put a potato under your arm, Suzanne said, yes. All right, Patty. I'm sorry, excuse me, Bruce.
Yes, Mr. John Davidson.
For a tie game, $250 here. In the Old Testament, how were Dan and Beersheba, that's B-E-E-R, not Bathsheba, how were Dan and Beersheba related in the Old Testament?
From Dan to Beersheba.
Yes, how were they related?
How were they related? Dan to Beersheba, they were not related at all. Those were 2 cities. I'm going to go from Dan to Beersheba.
Bruce?
I'll disagree.
His father's a minister. They weren't related. They were both cities. Yes, John?
That's not
You
my
must learn to trust.
Got to learn to trust. Patty, a break for you.
John Davidson, please.
For $500, John, on the farm, you call a male ass a jackass.
That is
What do you
correct.
call a female?
Watch it.
A jackass. The female is called, Dennis Weaver, back me up, a bray.
A bray. Patty?
I disagree.
A Jenny. Jenny made her mind up that she was free. Put a circle there. $500. Patty Wright. We're going to have another Secret Square game. Am I correct in assuming that?
You are correct, and Circle starts the third Secret
Thank you
Square
very
game.
much, Kenny.
For Snark's Wildflower Sailboat carries 4 adults comfortably. It can be used as an outboard motor runabout. The Wildflower, practically maintenance-free, easily transportable. Snark Products Incorporated. Plus, from Charm Glow, the all-new electric barbecue, a set of 2 real barbecue flavors, self-cleaning, no installation. Plug it in and turn it on. Dial-o-matic temperature control for precise heating. Charm Glow products. And an assortment of 36 John Deere lawn and garden tools, including cordless electric trimmers, lawn sprinklers, cultivating tools, and more. Plus, 1 million S&H green stamps. Select your prize from more than 1,500 brand name gifts. S&H green stamps worth $2,500.
Let's show the home audience the Secret Square. And Patty Wright, our leader, will start it off.
Dennis Weaver, please.
What? Is it me?
That's you, Dennis.
I've never been to Secret Square in my whole life
Well,
on
it's
this
worth
show.
it's worth close to $4,000, this question. $3,994. Good luck, Patty. Listen carefully. Dennis and Patty. What famous actress authored the autobiography, Goodness Had Nothing to Do with It? Goodness had nothing to do with it. Was that Betty Davis, Shirley Temple, or Mae West?
I was going to tell you without the, options. It was Mae West.
I'm confused. Was that one of the 3 that you just said?
Yes, I said, what famous actress authored the
Sorry.
Goodness had nothing to do with it? Betty Davis, Shirley Temple, or Mae West? And Dennis said Mae West.
I'll agree.
Absolutely, yes. What it says so. A young lady, you sail? You sail? You swim? Okay, then you can sail. All right, you have a sailboat, a barbecue, lawn and garden tools, and 1 million trading stamps.
All right.
That's worth about $2,500. Good for you. Okay, Bruce, your turn.
Michael Landon, please.
Michael, the great military figure Oliver Cromwell used to lead his men into battle with the stirring words, Trust in God and keep something dry. Keep what dry?
The potato in your shoe. No, your powder, gunpowder. Keep it dry so you don't
Powder.
mess up.
I disagree.
That's it, powder. Okay, with another circle, we have this commercial. We shall return.
I didn't think.
Patty, your turn.
Suzanne Plachette?
Susie, where did we originally get the phrase business before pleasure?
Probably started with the company that I designed for.
That was the most blatant plug I have ever heard in my entire life. But where did we originally get the phrase business before pleasure?
Peter, I don't have a bluff for this. I'm terribly
All right,
sorry.
Patty, would you like this?
No, thank you.
The Bible, Susie.
Ah.
Back to Suzanne Plachette. Question, what does Dear Abby suggest doing with a roommate who refuses to take a shower or brush his teeth, even after you've asked him to do so?
The next thing you do is you ask them to move.
I agree.
In fact, you can even throw them out if you want to. Yes, you have another circle, and Bruce, it's your turn.
George Goebel to block, please.
Recently, experts have charged that there is something phony in the East Room of the White House. What is it?
It's a $5 bill with George Meany's picture on it. No, you know what it is?
What is it?
Pete, I read about this. You know, they have portraits of all the presidents, and some expert is saying, and they're not sure yet, that the portrait, I think of George Washington, but one of the portraits is not an original.
My father's an artist, and I have to agree with that.
They charge the most famous painting of the Western Hemisphere is only a crude copy, George Washington's portrait. You have the block. Patty, it's your turn.
Call in, please.
For $750, is there any case on record of a woman being pregnant 13 months?
That's when the doctor slapped the baby slapped the doctor right back.
13 months pregnant. Is that possible? Any case on record of a woman being pregnant 13 months?
I don't know why it couldn't work the other way. You know, they're premature. I'll say yes.
I'll agree.
It happens very rarely, but it does happen. $750, Patty Wright. We're going to clear the board and get some cash here for Bruce Dawes. Pick a star, Bruce.
Oh, let's see. Gorgeous George down there in the bottom.
Did Walt Disney ever fire a Mouseketeer?
Walt Disney? No, I don't think so, because I don't think that that he was active in the Mouseketeer program.
I'll disagree.
He fired one for calling the producer fatso. Yeah, all righty. With the next. Good for you.
Michael Landon, please.
Do smart people need more sleep than the rest of us? Actor, writer, producer, director.
Do smart people
need more sleep than the rest of us?
What do you mean the rest of us?
Well, we know that you're
Can't
very
we include
bright.
ourselves at all? No, they don't.
I agree.
There is no correlation between the two. Right. We have several. Bruce?
Dennis Weaver, please.
Who was the first man to receive $100,000 a year salary for being president of the U.S.?
$100,000 salary for being president of the U.S.?
First man to receive $100,000 a year.
I know when I was a kid it was $75,000, and I thought that was astronomical. So that was Roosevelt. It must be in his last term. It must have been Roosevelt.
Roosevelt.
I disagree.
Truman. Harry S. Truman.
I was close.
Yes. Okay, with another X. Patty?
Suzanne Plachette?
In the traditional Mexican hat dance, what does it mean when the boy flings his sombrero at the girl's feet?
It's a form of courtship. He is courting the girl.
I agree.
Yes, we can accept that. Or a proposal, by the way. You have the circle. Bruce, it's your turn.
John Davidson. No, Paul Lynde, please.
Paul Lynde. All righty, this is for the block. Paul, speaking about her hubby, Carlo, Sophia Loren recently stated, he loves it. He really loves it. And of course, it's good to love it. But there can be too much of it. What is it?
Oh, Lord, it's either pasta or her.
He loves it. Of course, it's good to love it, but there can be too much of it. What is it?
I'll say money.
Money.
I'll disagree.
Work. You have the X. Okay, Patty, your turn.
Roddy McDowell, please.
Roddy, Franklin Roosevelt had a special term for freedom of speech, worship, and freedom from want and fear. What did he call those freedoms? It could be an extra $50 for Patty, so I'll repeat the question. FDR had a special term for freedom of speech and worship and freedom from want and fear. What did he call those freedoms?
The four freedoms.
The four freedoms.
I'll agree.
That's right. Very good. You've had an excellent night here, Roddy. English history, American history, I'm proud of you. We're going to add up the scores. Now, it only shows $150 there because you have 3 X's on the board, Bruce. But we know that you won a secret square worth about $2,700. So you're close to $3,000 for the evening. Hope you had some fun. Well, thank you, Bruce Dawes. Patty Wright. Let me feel you. Are they warm finally? They're warm, I told you, you see. What money does you have? Let me see, in cash, $900. And you have won the biggie. If I can find the keys, here you go. All right. You won a secret square, too, about $4,000. Kenny?
It's the all-new subcompact Astra from Pontiac. Distinctive styling, responsive 4-cylinder engine, high-energy electronic ignition, floor-shifted transmission, overhead cam engine for overall operating economy. Astra by Pontiac.
That's about a $7,000, $8,000 night. Now, you wanted to say hello to somebody here this evening, Bruce?
Oh, yes. My son's a recent recruit in the Air Force, and he's back in Illinois.
What's his name?
Jeff Watkins, my stepson.
Okay.
I'd like to say hello to. How you doing there, Jeff?
You're not allowed to do that on television. All right.
I'm
hey,
sorry,
have a good
Jeff.
evening. On behalf of the stars, see you here next time on the Hollywood Squares. Bye-bye.
Tonight's contestants will receive the home version of the Hollywood Squares game, plus natural vitamins from Thompson, a leader in natural vitamins and food supplements for over 40 years, available at health food stores everywhere. Also, Vernell's famous buttermints and party mints made with real butter. Vernell's mints, fresh from the mint country. And Recipe, the balanced dinners Lassie thrives on. Good tasting meat, lots of it, plus the other nutrients every dog should have. Everyday Recipe. Prices and models of automobiles are subject to change due to availability. Tax and license not included. All airfares are based on high jet economy, Los Angeles departure. Hotel accommodations are limited to certain months and subject to availability.